let's start off with the idea, the concept. I think that was a great concept. I mean, the whole serial killer killing rappers thing, like you said in the movie, if you want to get away with murder, murder a rapper. So how'd you come up with that concept?
I'm a big fan of slasher films, and of course I'm a big fan of hip hop. So I thought it would be interesting that there was a serial killer killing rappers, and I kind of merged the two genres. So that's what it was a short actually. Actually, I started writing when I was 18 on Bamboozled, and I wrote it. Most Def was working on the film, and I wrote it with him in mind. I said, I got this film idea for the short. He's like, oh, definitely, let me know. You know, it grew and time passed. He blew up, so I couldn't get him.
Yeah, I get that. Let me get that out of your hands so you can free up. Yeah, I'm serious. I'm putting this on eBay. I think I'm joking. So how do you get it from concept to shooting script? Not first script, but concept to shooting script. What is that process like?
My writing process?
Yes.
I actually got a writing process that I kind of adapted from Spike. Actually, he has a writing process that he uses index cards. So I use that process. That's how I start writing. You know, I write all my scenes out before I write any dialogue on index cards, and I line the wall with index cards. And then I start attacking each scene individually. And then I kind of immerse myself in the genre I'm writing about. So I was watching a lot of films like Seven and Friday the 13th just to get me in that creative mode.
Gotcha. We saw all those trailers before the movie. I guess they got you in the horror section.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, once you get in bed with a distributor, they kind of is all from a marketing standpoint. To me, it was a thriller. It was a Hitchcockian kind of thriller. To them, horror sells faster, and that's the genre they wanted to put it in. So.
Gotcha. You mentioned Spike Lee. As we know, Spike Lee executive produced the project, and I saw a little bit of Spike Lee influence in there.
You did?
Just a touch. Just a touch. You're not sure you want me to point it out? The Bomb Baby.
Oh yeah.
The Bomb Baby.
I mean, that's why I asked him if I can use the bomb, because it goes back to Clockers. I came up with Spike for the last 12 some odd years. So that's where you spend enough time around somebody. I guess you start adapting stuff from them.
Yeah. So what was it like coming up through the ranks for, you said, 12 plus years?
Yeah.
And then actually working on the project, having somebody you worked under, like Spike Lee, not somebody, but Spike Lee executive producing your project. I'm sure it was kind of like a dream come true type of situation.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people ask me, how'd you get Spike Lee executive producer? I say, okay, I worked for him for 15 years. So I actually, put in that time. But, I came up under the ranks. Like I said, from intern to production assistant to assistant director. And I wrote the film, and I was working on Inside Man as an AD, and the technical advisor on the film was a homicide detective. So I gave him the script. I said, Neil Carter, he's not in here, right? So I gave him the script, and I said, read this out. I just want to make sure that my police terminology is right, and he liked the script, and he said, I want to help you raise money to shoot it. And then that's when we asked Spike to executive produce, and hoping that will bring money a little faster.
Good. So if anybody wants Spike to executive produce a film for them, if you start now, by the year 2027, you may get your film executive produced by Spike Lee. Yeah. So you spoke about the distribution, and a lot of times we sit through panels and discussions, and we all know the questions that they ask. What was it shot on? What was the budget? How many days it took to shoot? But I'm sure a lot of filmmakers in here want to know, or people in general. You spoke about distribution. Once the film is done, in my experience, is when the actual business starts. Is when the actual work, because everything else is what is what you've been doing for so long. That's your comfort zone on set.
Yeah.
What's it like once the film is wrapped? Walk us through that process from there to distribution.
How much time you got? I mean, that was, I've been doing films for a long time. you know, not to say I can do it with my eyes closed, but like you said, that's my comfort zone. I could shoot the film. We shot it in 19 days, but the distribution aspect is it's tough. You know, it's tough. It's kind of like the distribution company to me is kind of like a record label, and I'm an artist. They really don't care about artists. They care about the bottom line, you know, and they're gonna do whatever they want to do once you sign on the dotted line, whether you like it or not.
After I burn this Cohiba, you showed that in the movie. Record labels don't care.
So I mean, so it's great, you know, in theory, you know, and everybody want to get distributed, but it just is not what I expected, you know, just because it's definitely, it is an animal that I wasn't familiar with, you know, so it was definitely a learning curve. So I know it a little better now, but it definitely was something that, you know, you have no idea until you have to deliver a picture.